people say. I am Terry from My Terrific Life, and I am so glad you all have joined me today. Yes, as you can tell, I'm in my car. Usually, if I'm sitting in my car, it's a refreshing breeze, but it's hot today. It's really hot today. So I hope you can hear me well. I've got the car on. I stopped to take a little lunch break. Did y'all know that Steak and Shake um, is selling beef tallow now? Yeah, and I've always liked Steak and Shake burgers, and they're inexpensive. They used to be the most expensive burger out there that you could get, but now, yeah, they're pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. So I stopped here, and I will be out and about in a minute. I've been running errands. About to do some door dashing. Just getting ready for my big to do next week. And with that being said, I thought about it this morning, all of the things that I've been going through lately, and I'm like, is there anyone else out there like me who needs a break, who needs a reset, who needs a refresh? And that's why I put out this morning, need a fall refresh. I feel like I did. Oh, here we go. And this time I'm on my phone, so it shouldn't be glitzing as much. I have my iPad with me, but I didn't want to take that chance. But yeah, I think every season, and I'm noticing for myself, is every time I'm about to do something different or a big change or some travel in my life, that I kind of get this, for the lack of a better word, angst. You know what I mean? Let me see who's in the chat already. Oh, I see some couple of things going on here. Hey there, Dennis. How are you? I like it. You said what? Y'all have to bear with me on the phone. It's a little bit different to see y'all's comments. What? They're selling beef tallow? Yeah, they are by the jar. My daughter bought some, but I haven't asked her if she's tried it yet. I still like my own. Last time I got jarred beef tallow, I didn't care. Wanting tallow in my life until I made it. What else did you say? Oh, yes, that you're still out of town. Dennis is still in North Kansas City, Missouri. I don't know why it won't come up on my thing. Again, bear with me on my phone. Oh, I also want to apologize to some people. Last week, they were in my chat, and I didn't see them because I had to switch over to my phone. Something about this smaller screen just makes it more difficult to see everyone. So I apologize. I believe it was Catrice. Um, who else was it? I want to say one more person that I didn't see their comments last week until I got off. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, there was like a whole conversation going. There was a whole conversation going. So again, bear with me. Y'all know I'm still new to these YouTube streets. So I have some questions, if I can get to them, that I wanted to ask. Hold on. There we go. I'm going to put this up there again. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, my question today is, it's getting there. Hold on. How do mind, body, and spirit influence each other? Like I said, I always say it every week. I'm a deep thinker. So I was thinking about this earlier because, again, I said when I do some life changes or I'm about to do a big trip, I kind of get the angst, and I know it starts up here first, then it gets into my body, then my spirit's got to tell the rest of me that the thoughts that are going through my head are not true, and to come back into reality and everything's okay. And yeah, I guess it's because I used to suffer from anxiety. All that rapidness goes through my head, or it could be kind of like what Chris Cookie Nashville said the other day. It's just the way your thought pattern is, and maybe I'm a little neurodivergent myself. I know that's a new term out there, but after listening to some of his descriptions, man, I fall into a lot of that category. That ruminating thoughts, the constant over and over and over, and you can't stop your brain sometimes. I'm learning to stop my brain now. So that's some of my discussion today. How do the mind, body, and spirit influence one another? I know that's if I let all three of them wreak havoc, that's when I can go into a full blown panic attack or something like that. So, I want to just chat with other people to see how they feel about it and what kind of things they go through. Because one thing I have learned is kind of confessing your issues, I guess, and saying them out loud. You find your community and others that kind of think like you or kind of go through the same thing, and you're like, oh, good. I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this. So let's see. I'm going to go back to the chat because I'm going to keep that question up for a minute. All right. Let's see here. Oh, we have food and other passions. Hello, Terry. Well, hello, food and other passions. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Let's get you on stage here, food and other passions. Hey, and if you don't mind, drop where you're from and tell us a little bit about yourself. But so far, food and other passions has said the three are supposed to be in harmony and work together, but we are often out of balance. Whew, that was a mouthful right there. You are so correct. I can tell that if my eating pattern is off, something else will go off. Or if my sleeping pattern is off, something else will go off. Anybody else notice that as well? So, for example, I am doing a reset. My reset, because again, I'm trying to line all this stuff back up. Uh, Monday's topic, I kind of talked about how the end of August and the first of September is a little hectic and a little somewhat traumatizing. Trauma is not real. It set off some things. I guess it set off some triggers from past traumas. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think I'm still regrouping myself. Um, I did make my bone broth and I sipped that first thing this morning. And when I say that soothes me, and I know that soothes my physical, that soothes my tummy. Of course, every morning, and we're going to talk about everybody else's too, because I'm sure everybody has some type of ritual and how they reset. The other part is coming outside into sunshine. I cannot stay in the dark. Not when I know it's pretty outside. Do I appreciate the dark and nighttime to go to sleep? Yes, of course I do. Do I appreciate those hazy days when it's rainy and I find a lot of peace in that? Yes, I do. But I also know my body and my mind and my spirit needs this sunshine. So that's why I'm like intentionally out today in the sunshine doing my errands and about to do some door dashing because I have to tell y'all that experience. I've been doing more door dashing this week and I am finding some really cool spots to go back and check out that I'll probably share with you all. Like lakes that I didn't know was there. I haven't found another waterfall lately, but just beautiful scenic areas that I'm like, wow, I'm that close to this. So yeah, I'll be sharing some of those in future lives. But yes, you are so right. We're supposed to keep everything in balance. And Dennis says, an hour isn't long enough to talk about my issues, right? I think that's all of us. I think all, and sometimes the issues we think we have, they aren't really issues. Again, that's that mindset change or mindset shift we always say we need to have. Um, but yeah, just I just thought I'd throw that question out to you guys today. I also have another question. I'm not sure if we're going to be on a full hour today. We'll see. Because I do want to get started on a couple of my stops in my door dashing because it's hot right now. They said this is a hot spot, and I want to check out the hot spot. I'm in a new location that I haven't really checked out before, so I'm really interested in that. Let's see here. I wanted to ask this question next. When was the last time a personal reset felt necessary? And I just told you guys mine. Mine is now. I feel like I need a personal reset. I know it will happen in the next few days once I board a plane and head to my new destination and get to see ocean, because ocean is a place where I really reset myself. Um, the ocean is mentally, spiritually, and physically a healing place for me as far as location. It puts me, it just puts me in a good spot. So I'm confessing right now, I need mine right now. So put in the chat when y'all need yours. I'm interested in finding out. Or did you just have one? Or are you good? Do you feel like, I'm good right now? I'm good right now. Well, hello there. There's Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany, how are you today? We are talking about resets and refresh and redoing of life. And I was telling everyone that sometimes when I'm about to do a big travel or have another shift in my life, that I need a reset. And I started this morning drinking my bone broth, which helped reset my tummy. And my next trip is going to help reset me all over because it's my favorite place, tropical island near an ocean. Yeah, and just chilling. Hopefully, not overthinking anything. So, I'm asking everyone, put in the chat, where do you reset? Do you feel like you need a reset right now? And yeah, just tell me. Tell me about yourself. Tell me what's going on in that brain of yours today. And I think people are saying hi to each other. Yeah. Dennis is saying hi to Tiffany. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And again, I'm on my phone because I was afraid to do my iPad. So bear with me on the comments. And food and other. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. All right. Now I know who you are. Hey, Judy. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Oh my goodness. Speaking of refresh and reshifting and mindsets and stuff, I think you and I both are going through some of that, aren't we? Now that I know who you are, I'm like, who is food and other passions? I couldn't think who it was. Thanks, Judy, for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see what else Dennis has to say here. I believe they should be in balance, but for me, it seems to take a lifetime to figure out how to balance them. That's a mouthful, too. I feel that I have moments of balance, And I jokingly say, because I'm a Libra, and the symbols of a Libra are the scales, and you're supposed to be balanced. I always say that I am perfectly imbalanced because my scale always tips one way or the other. I have found, though, that I do have moments of just perfect peace, though. And I guess in that perfect peace is when I have um, a touch of balance. But it seems like it's hard to keep that one spot in your peacefulness. Yeah. So I think that's always a human struggle because we are human. And yeah, we are human. So let's see. I had another question. Oh, okay. Dennis has something else. Here he goes. I'll probably need a reset after I get home. Going to my 50th high school reunion tomorrow night, mainly to hopefully see some old friends, but there was a lot of not so great memories too. I know when you go to those kind of milestone things, you do want to try to focus on the good stuff, but then inevitably there's someone that will, if you don't remember, someone will bring it up. Hey, remember that time I blah blah blah, and you fell down, and we all laughed at you, and whatever happened. And you're like, oh yeah, thanks for bringing that up. But hopefully it'll be mostly good memories for you, Dennis, and I hope you enjoy yourself. I'm sure you've enjoyed your time away. Um, yeah, you'll probably be over peopling when you get back, right? Because sometimes we just want our quiet space. I for me, I'm enjoying having my quiet space, but even sometimes this voice in my head is too loud, and I'm having to calm it down. So again, I am in the season of reset for myself. I think it's also because I have a birthday coming up, and you tend to think of your past year and your accomplishments, and did you accomplish anything or did you not accomplish anything? Are you better off now than you were, or are you not? So yeah, I think a lot of things are the reason why we need resets. So here's another question. What does renewal look like in this current season of your life? So I just mentioned mine, that I can't wait to get to see the ocean. That's been a current since I was in my 30s. Something about seeing the ocean, putting my toes in the sand, just chillaxing and not thinking of anything except the beauty in front of me that God has put in front of me, and feeling blessed and happy and joyful. That's how I reset completely, like mind, body, and spirit. But what are some of your things, or how do you reset? Is it going out in nature? Maybe, maybe just talking to friends. Um, Sometimes I'm seeing now that just talking to you guys, you're almost like my YouTube therapy because I get to chat about my most inner thoughts, and we get to have a dialogue. I love deep discussions. I met a young man the other night at a event I went to, and I don't know if I mentioned it Monday or not, but man, he and I had such a deep discussion. It was so refreshing. And then another young man came over, and he was in the discussion as well. And for at least 30 to 45 minutes, it might have been longer. I really think it was about an hour. We just talked back and forth, and our philosophies and how we see life and how people are, and none of it in a really negative connotation, but all of it is just, it was just kind of like grounding who we were. So yeah, I love deep discussions like that. In fact, I like only want people in my life that can provide that for me. So, what does renewal look like in this current season of life for you guys? And people in the future, I always want to talk to people in the future who watch my video. Put it in the chat. I want to know. I get notified when you comment, and most of the time I see your notification. Sometimes I don't, and then I have to go back in and go, oh, the algorithm forgot to notify me on that. But I will try to answer anything, or we can continue the discussion, even if you're the person in the future watching this. So yeah, drop in the comment um, how you currently renew yourself in life. I would love to hear about it. Let's see here. What else would I had like four questions here. Oh, here we go. I like this one. Again, I look up when I think of a topic, I just look out there. I'm like, what questions could I ask? And this is what you're seeing right now, the questions that I'm asking. So, what small daily rituals can nurture all three areas at once? I am still looking for an answer for that for me. I'll get it once I get to my destination next week, but that's not something I can do daily yet. Maybe if I re- relocate it to closer to an ocean, I could do it daily, right? So, what are some of the things that I have to think about and do now in my current lifestyle? Drop that in the chat too. What do you do daily to kind of nurture all three? And I'm thinking about what Dennis says. Sometimes it's hard to nurture three. You might can do two out of the three, but those rare occasions where you do three, that's the thing. Like on a good day, and please feel free to answer in the chat. I'm just thinking out loud. On a good day, to nurture my spirit, I do that. I read my devotion and get into my devotionals in my Bible app. So that renews my spirit. I if I'm out and about and actually get to take a stroll in nature, like if I get to go on a hike or just find a little place to go walk for a minute, that helps my body. Or y'all know what else helps my body? When I'm dancing. That's ultimate right there. When I'm dancing, that really helps to nurture my body. It actually helps. Duh. It actually helps all three. Helps my mind, my spirit, and my body, because dancing puts me in such a different realm. I didn't think about that. So I guess that's how I've been surviving, is dancing. So what are some things that small daily rituals that can nurture all three of these areas at once for you guys? So food and other passions says, I try, let's see here. I try to keep a peaceful, unworried mind. Oh, yes, that sounds awesome. But how do you do that? No lie. I struggle with that sometimes. I can find my peace, but it's usually after a little bit of turmoil. It's a little bit of self talk. It's a little bit of Bible reading. It's a little bit of gospel singing. And I'll find it. How do you find it? And how do you keep your mind uncluttered with it? That's my question. And I'm asking for a friend, and I'm the friend. Because I'm always interested in how others do it, because that might be something that can help me as well. It might can help me as well. So how do you do that? And she says, It's not easy, but I calm myself when I catch myself. True, and ask God to intervene. Yes, that's exactly how I have to do it. I'm beginning to learn how to catch myself quicker, even though sometimes I go down that roller coaster and I find myself up at the top of the roller coaster, about to go over it, and then I go, whoa! And I put on the brake. I'm like, back that thing up and let's regroup. Let's regroup. And honestly, like I said, I woke up with a little angst this morning. A lot of things are still going on in my life. A lot of things are still going on in my family's life. I've got uh, just things. And just talking to you guys right now has helped a lot. So y'all are my cheap therapy. I'm not calling y'all cheap. I'm just saying it doesn't cost as much as paying a therapist. Oh, you found that roller coaster thing funny, huh, Judy? Well, that's how I think. I'm a visual, auditory person, and I guess it comes from teaching kindergartners for so long. You had to kind of show it and let them hear it. So it was a lot of movement and music and motion and dance and song, just to teach a class. So I guess that's why I'm so. Someone said I'm animated, and I can't help it. Even I even catch myself when I'm at church, when we're singing songs and they're descriptive. I find myself, like I said, he turned you around. I'm doing like this, turning around. Sometimes I physically turn around. So yeah, I guess that's just me. I'm a little animated, a little animated. But hey, that's my quirk. That was one of our discussions not too long ago, and I own it. I own up to it, and it makes me me. It makes me me. Just trying to see, did I hit all my questions? Yeah, I think I did. So anybody have anything else to add? I'm just gonna put this back up here in case somebody else jumps on. Because last week, I think that's how I missed some people. Some people didn't get a chance to hop on until a little bit later in the stream. So I will keep my welcome up. Let's see here. So Dennis says, I don't really have any daily rituals, but I do try to count my blessings frequently. Yes, I have learned you have to be grateful. So many people are ungrateful and they're so blessed. I don't get it. Count my blessings frequently. I had started going to the gym 3 times a week for my physical health. The trip has thrown that off. Yeah, but Dennis, you're still moving around and stuff. You're still, even though you're not doing your daily routine, you've been out and about and visiting people and hanging out, and that's still movement. Remember, we call that functional movement. That's still movement, so that still counts. And you ought to cut a rug when you go to your reunion tomorrow and dance a little bit. That'll make up for not going to the gym this week. Ah, let's see what else here. Yep, counting my blessing helps my mental health. Also, doing fun things helps. Yeah, I know, and I'm gonna tell a dentist secret. It's not really a secret though. I think everybody that knows you, Dennis, knows this. Dennis has a hard time going without Singo once a week. That puts him in his happy place. He's a single tier. Now I like Singo too, and if y'all don't know what Singo is, it's really a cool game. I don't know who developed it, but it's bingo. But you have different genres of music that you listen to, and you just listen to a blurb of it, and you try to find it on your card. And then the host, at least the host that does our Singo, she will then say what the title of the song is. Um, and you play the game just like you would bingo, where you'll have, five in a row or diagonal, whichever way your card is, and then you might have two five in a rows on one card. Yeah, that's how we do it. So you might have two rows together. That might be the next round, and then the final round is always a cover all. So we win prizes. We get to hear music genres we hadn't heard in a while sometimes. Um, some of us sing along and harmonize. I won't mention any names. But yeah, single is really fun. So yeah, single can help set your mind and put you in a good place. And yeah, music itself can do that, right? See, now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm thinking of all these other things that kind of put me in a happy place. Singing is one of them. Dennis says, it's true. I love Singo. I tell no lies. I tell no lies. At least I don't try to. Now I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to double check to make sure I have not skipped over anyone. Let's see here. I don't think I have. And we've been going for over 30 minutes. It never ceases to amaze me how much I can talk, especially when I got a good audience to talk to and to share stories with and situations with and journeys with, because we're all on the same life journey, aren't we? We just might have a different way to live it. So I'm just looking at some other ideas that I came. Oh, here's one. Ooh, here's one. This is one I am trying to not do, but I think I've over not done it. I don't know if that makes sense. In my head, it makes sense. So here's a question: how can listening to the body signals prevent burnout? How can listening to the body's signals prevent burnout? That is a good one. I used to, and I always start with me because, well, it's my chat and gives you a chance to type it in the chat for me what you're thinking. Um, Man, I used to ignore my body signals, and I learned my lesson on that because I looked at it as I'm the one who suffers because I ignore my signals. Um, just like when I know I need extra sleep. Again, I've been working on my sleep habit, and I hit an hour of what they call deep sleep. My the middle ground where you stay, it was real good, and it was like 4 or 5 hours. And then my REM was only maybe 45 minutes, and that's the fluttering. That's not your most restful part. But I was able to get an hour of deep sleep the other night. I haven't, excuse me, I haven't checked today to see what last night's was, but I've started a new ritual that helps kind of calm me down a little bit at night to keep my head from spinning. So yeah, I'm trying to pay attention to the signals that my body is giving me. Ha ha ha. I'm just seeing Dennis's comment here. No surprise to me how you can talk. What are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about, bruh? So what? We've talked for 2 or 3 hours at a time. What? Let's see here. Food and other passions. I love that title. I love that. Food and other passions. Says recognizing you are out of balance and paying attention before you are in crisis. That is so true. Because and especially being more mature, we should be able to recognize when we're kind of going into crisis, and we should be willing to ask for other people's help. Like today, y'all are helping me out. I didn't ask you. Well, I guess I did ask you because I asked you to join my live, right? But you're helping me. I won't say I was in quite crisis mode, but I was feeling kind of angst. So this chat is helping me even. Thank you for that. Before you're in crisis, it can be hard when especially it can be hard when especially when one is working in a stressful environment, yes, or getting through whoops, I'm sorry, let me pop that back up, or getting through a stressful situation. Yes, just like I said the other day, I was going through stressful situations. I was having family members in stressful situations, and it took a toll. And I think too, once you have been through some traumas in your life, it stressful situations intentionally helps. And to catch yourself before you go into crisis, that is so crucial. And Dennis is agreeing with you, Judy. Very true. And we've all been in those situations. Some of them we can help, some of them we cause. And I think it's the ones that I cause on myself that I get the most frustrated with. Um, but all of them, we have to understand it'll be over soon. We talked about in Bible study not too long ago that, yeah, trouble may come. They always say trouble may come in the night, but joy is in the morning. And that is so true. Trouble may happen, like you're right here, right now, at this moment. But in the next 24 hours, it will have changed somewhat. It will have changed. And that's how we have to look at it. That's how we have to look at it. Ooh, here's another good question. And I'll ask this one and maybe one more. Ooh, yeah. Okay, maybe two more. In what ways can letting go of past burdens create space for renewal? Kind of what I just said. Having old things still within our systems. And sometimes, most of this is in my muscle memory. Somebody may say something that literally physically triggers my body to respond a certain way. How do you let that go? How do you let that go? When it's so deeply ingrained into your muscles, to your muscle mass. Anybody have any clue on that? I know frequent massages help. Even when I was doing that, I was doing them like once a month at least. Um, they would hit those certain muscles where I guess I'm holding the triggers, and it would hit, and oh my goodness, it would hurt when they touched that one specific spot. It would just hurt. And that's when I really realized the connectivity of your brain and your spirit and your body together. That, my body can hold all these angst, all these traumas, all these things, right? And Judy said, hate that feeling, right? Ugh, hate that feeling. How does reconnecting with purpose influence all over balance? Like if you truly have a purpose in life, or you have a reason to do whatever you're doing, no matter how much it may be putting you through. Do you feel like, make sure I'm saying it right, that reconnecting with that purpose influences overall balance? I know for me, especially when I have to reconnect my body and maybe the way I'm eating, and go, what was my reason why? Because it's so easy to get loose focus and say, oh, well, this little piece won't hurt. Oh, if I try this, oh, not today. I don't feel like being strict. But then you go back and and for me, my body just tells me, yeah, you do, because now your knee hurts. Now your gut hurts. Now your shoulder hurts. So my body tells me quickly why I gotta reconnect and remember my purpose. But I also want to remember that, when I'm hanging out with my grandkids, I'm the one that can play, right? I'm the one that won't mind running or swimming or playing water games with them or going to a water park with them or riding the roller coaster with them. I can do that because I feel good. I can do that because I decided to eat right. I can do that because I'm taking care of body as well as mind and spirit. So for me, reconnecting to my purpose does help. It does help. Let's see here. So Dennis says, I hurt my back in college. Every couple of years, it would go out and I would be down for several days. It took me a long time to recognize the triggers and take preventative measures so it wouldn't go out. Yeah, I look at it as your late 20s, early 30s is when you're learning your body. And then by the time you're 40, you're like, oh, now I know why I shouldn't be doing that or why I should do that or whatever. But yeah, physically, so many things can happen because of this being in balance and spiritually being in balance. And they just all connect to each other. Oh my goodness. They just do. Let's see, let me go back in the chat. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Here we go. We have to recognize our bodies change. And coming from youth, that's hard. Yeah, but part of my story is, though, Judy, coming from youth, my body has changed, but it actually functions better than it did when I was younger, for the most part. Not all of it. There are some things that, gut wise, and I know it's because I didn't know how to regulate and balance myself, uh, that it's more sensitive to. But I actually am more energized than I was when I was younger, and actually do a little bit more physical stuff than I did when I was younger. So, oh, right. Amen. Happy for you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And again, it's remembering that purpose. It's remembering that purpose. There's a reason why. Like, I know the age I'll be at on my birthday, and I figure I'm just now in midlife because I plan on doing another set of these in the future. I plan on living for a minute, God willing, right? Let's see. I had one more question that I wanted to ask. Ooh. So, two part. Um, which area, mind, body, or spirit, needs the most attention for you right now? If you don't mind sharing. Like I said, for me, it's up here, mind. It needs the most attention right now. And because I know the connectivity, my spirit is helping that mind regroup. So that's one part of the question. And here's the other part. What role does community or accountability play in staying renewed? For me, it would be more community. What did I just say? Talking to you guys today has helped me already, right? Having community that I can chat with, having people who get me, or even if you don't get me, having people that are willing to listen. That's part of the community. That's the other reason I started this channel, is because there's so many of my uh, people that don't have community that kept asking me about how I live my lifestyle. And this is part of it. I have several communities. I have a dance community, I have a travel community, I have a tiny house community, I have a church community, I have I'm developing again a hiking community. So, yeah, I've got a lot of communities. But with that, I'm the common denominator, and a lot of them overlap. A lot of them overlap. And that's when you find a really cool balance, I guess. Um, I know within my dance community, especially when I first got up here, I found people who also like to camp and hike. That was cool. I was like, what? You dance and you camp and hike? And again, out of that community, the dance community is very diverse, y'all. I have to give it to them. They are very diverse. They also like to travel. I've done most of my traveling through my dance community. Isn't that something? So we like to dance. We like to travel. We like to camp and hike. How about that? And in those other communities, some of them like to dance. They might not dance like I do in salsa, but they like to dance and move around. My camp ladies really love to dance. They love to dance and they love to sing. And I'm trying to get how to play single with them, because when we go out, single would be a fun camp game to play. But yeah, they love to camp, they love to sing, they love to dance and move. So here it is, that community overlaps into the other community, and it's just, it's awesome. The tiny community, I'm finding people there who like to do the same things. So one big community with a lot of little subsets in it, right? And I think that's what helps us stay in line and stay focused. And truly, I think getting out of your head is when you start talking to other people and helping other people, and you are grateful for what you have. And yeah, all that. And I'm looking over across, there's a little hill, because I'm right at the base of the foothills of the Smokies right now. The trees are beginning to change. So I'm kind of happy about that. So being out here outside in nature where it's pretty, and I see this one bright reddish brown tree. It's so pretty. Okay, back to the chat. Sorry. So Dennis says, I'm a work in progress, but number one is body. It is holding me back from things I want to do to help my mental and spiritual health. Okay, there you go. Now that you know that's your focus, that's what you focus on, right? And that's what you've been doing. How many times, Dennis, have you said, "Man, I walked on the treadmill today, didn't want to do it, but now I'm so glad I did." It connected, didn't it? It connected mentally, and it connected in your spirit. The fact that, oh, I moved today. I am helping my body heal. The way you eat, all that. It's helping you heal, and it heals all of that. It helps all of that. Okay, and Judy's saying, right now for me, no, for me right now, it's mind and spirit. mind and spirit. And because I know the things you're going through, I get that. Mind and spirit. You're going through a lot of stuff right now, too. I think we all are going through something, right? No matter how minute it might seem to the other person, sometimes it's more grand to us. But knowing that we have that sense of community where we can talk to each other and chat with each other and do what we're doing right here. Hopefully this conversation is helping you mentally, spiritually, physically, because like I said, y'all are really helping me right now. Y'all have totally helped change my disposition and my attitude that I had when I different than what it was when I first started this conversation. It's kind of like my Pastor D would say. He's like, you should be a different person leaving out than you were coming in this church. And that's how I'm feeling in this conversation. I'm a different person leaving out than I was coming in this church. I mean, in this conversation. You'll get there, Dennis. I have faith in you. Yes, I love it. And that's the thing. We uplift each other, don't we? We talk to each other, we uplift each other, and kind of like our conversation Monday. And that's when we get rid of the people that don't uplift us, don't serve us the way we need to be um, covered and comforted. That's what real community is. We are there for each other. We help each other, even if it's just a pat on the back, like Judy just gave Dennis. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. I have confidence in you that you're going to get there. I love that. I love it. So, with that being said, y'all, I think I'm going to go dash for a minute. What time is it? Not quite an hour, just 8 minutes short of an hour. If y'all got anything else you want to drop in the chat real quick, go ahead and we'll talk about it. I want to make sure. Oh, that's sweet. Thanks, Judy. And she's sending back a heart. See, I know good people. I love the fact that I know good people. My daughter and I had a conversation yesterday, and I was saying how much I miss the fact that where I'm from, I had a good network of people and resources. And I'm having to rebuild that again up here where I live now. But what was so sweet of her to say was, "Oh, mom, about another year or two, you'll have it just like you had it here." I said, "Yeah, probably another year," because I just number one, I like people. Number two, um, I like that networking. I love that community thing. We each one teach one. We help each other. Um, I'm about to embark on something new but old. It's actually something that contradicts what I talked about on Monday a little bit, but I'm going to do it anyway because, again, that's some of the stuff I've been thinking about. It hit me the other day that, maybe this is part of the renewal that you need. So I'll announce that later. I'll tell y'all about it later. Uh, and it's nothing bad. It's good. Hopefully, it won't set off any other triggers. Now, even if I go ahead and do this, I'm going to go in with a different mindset than I had before. So let's see here. I'm going to check some things, and it looks like that is all we have in the chat for right now. So I'm just going to ask you guys to please like. Don't forget that thumbs up. It helps my algorithms. Share and subscribe. Next Monday, I am going to attempt a new way to do this. I saw, so where I am now is called the studio of the platform that I'm using to deliver this. I saw today, I've been seeing it, but I didn't get it, that there's a way to actually record or pre-record. I may and or may not do that Monday because I will be in motion some of Monday, especially at this time of day. Excuse me. But Wednesday, I will show you all some cool stuff. We're going to walk around and we're going to see some things, okay? Wednesday, that's going to be a surprise too. Just not Wednesday. What did I say? I'm so used to having a Wednesday in there. Sorry about that. Friday. Next Friday, I will be showing you some things. But I also maybe some. If I can figure out that pre-recorded thing, I might show you something on Wednesday too. But definitely on Friday. Okay, guys. So let's see here. Thank you very much. May everyone have a blessed weekend. You too, food and other passions. I just love that name. Judy, I have faith that you will reschedule and surpass your mental um, and spiritual goals. Oh, not reschedule. I was like, and she's going to reschedule that. You mean to reach, not reschedule. That daggone phone just talks when you don't want it to talk. Just says whatever it wants to say. Understood that from your lips to God's ears. Thanks, Dennis. Oh, that's sweet. But yes, don't reschedule, reach, reset, renew, and all those things, y'all. And have a blessed and happy weekend. Again, thank y'all for being here today. And people in the future, thank you too. Make sure you leave a comment, okay? Bye, guys. See y'all Monday.